So this recipe, I am going to use the Slap Your Mama seasoning. I hate saying that, y'all. The very first thing we need to do is, of course, I got me a gallon plastic Ziploc bag. I'm going to cut up a potato, and then I'll be right back. We're going to put some seasoning into the gallon bag. So let me cut the potato up, put it in the bag, and I'll be right back. So, to this bag, we're going to add 1/8 cup of oil. It called for vegetable oil. I'm using olive oil. We're going to add a teaspoon of your Slap Your Mama seasoning, a teaspoon of garlic powder. I'm going to add about a teaspoon of black pepper. And if I wanted to, I can add a 1/2 teaspoon of red pepper flakes. I'm not doing that. But I'm going to add my black pepper to that, and then we're going to shake the bag so everything's coated. Then we're not done yet. So now we're going to cut up some of these andouille sausage. I got some of it, and then some smoked sausage, and yep, the next thing after that, we're going to brown some. So in a large skillet, we're going to brown this. It does say to add water, 1/4 cup of water, but I'm not doing that. I'm just going to brown it, and then we're going to let it cool before we move on to the next step. And yep, this will go in the bag after it cools. I might add to this video, the potatoes were supposed to be like the new creamy type potatoes, but I'm all for use what you got, so that is what I'm doing. So now, in the same skillet, we got 1/4 cup of butter we're going to melt before we add our onions and some garlic. And yes, we will cook that and then let it cool. Throw that into the bag. We got one more ingredient to throw in the bag, and of course mix it up. I do have my oven preheating at 400 degrees, so we got to get this butter melted first. You want to spray butter a 9x13 pan. This is my old cake pan, so I'm going to set that aside. The butter is melted, y'all. So like I said, we're going to throw our onions in there. A cup of chopped onions, basically 1 onion, and we're going to get this brown, translucent. So I'm now going to let these onions cool before I put it in the bag, and I'm going to prep the last ingredient that will go in the bag. And of course, we're going to mix it all together before we put it in a greased 9x13 pan. So I'll be with you as soon as this gets cooled a little bit. The last thing we're going to add to the bag is 2 drained cans of 15-ounce cans of green beans to this. So kind of keeping with the theme, right? So I've added this to the prepared 9x13 pan. Now I got to put some aluminum foil over it and then let it bake for 40 minutes. Or bake until the potatoes are soft. So that is what we're doing. I'm going to put it in the oven and let it bake for 40 minutes, give or take.